The Bloodline proves that if Elder Scrolls was made by one guy, it would have just as much quality assurance. The Bloodline is a Steam Early Access Sandbox adventure RPG by solo dev Miles Whittaker, and it's an exercise in trying to work within a manageable scope and failing miserably. Like a high-profile Twitch streamer, this game has minor problems, but more than enough enthusiasm to wallpaper over all of that with raw ambition alone. I got a review code months ago, but I've avoided doing a video because every time I logged into the game, it had changed. Reviewing a game this early almost feels like reviewing an omelette while the eggs are still inside the chicken. Some sick fuck stuffed this chicken with butter and olive oil.
You don't know what goes in an omelette.
I don't know what's in an omelette. So wait, what's in an omelette? Tell me what's in an omelette, baby. Some sick fuck stuffed this chicken with grated cheese, onion, and mushrooms, and whatever else you'd like in a delicious omelette. When I say that this game is early access, I mean that you can walk into a cave and there'll be a sign saying, "Man, this cave sure will be cool when I put shit in it." The Bloodline is an RPG that seems more concerned with just chucking everything you like about first-person RPGs into a big pile and just hoping for the best. It's a game that could only exist because there's no one boring and sensible enough further up the command chain to say no to a debuff that farts you to death. Or, if you time it right, you can make the farts a speed buff apparently. Every cloud has a brown lining. It brings back climbing as a levelable skill, chucks in wall running, and since there was a meme about grappling hooks making every game better, that's been YOLO'd in there as well. The number of movement options alone make this game a playground of options. There's even town building because the only place adequate housing can exist now is inside fantasy games. When I started the game, it made a big deal out of letting me be free to do whatever I want, so I took that as permission to ignore base building and anything in the game that looked boring to me, and instead just became a full-time goblin euthanizer. The spells and abilities are ridiculous. Imagine the spells you'd cook up with like your mates while sitting around in a circle getting blazed, saying things like, "Oh man, wouldn't it be awesome if you could fire spell so hard you could fly around recreating Vietnam," and then you just went ahead and did it. Or you can pick people up by their blood, or teleport inside them and explode them, or turn into a rabbit that immediately gets stuck on a blade of grass. Now this is video games. There are even spells lying around in the world waiting to be discovered, which makes poking around surprisingly rewarding. One NPC forcibly mansplained a spell I already knew, adding it to a second slot in my spellbook. I guess I found out why respecking is so easy now. Other NPCs womansplained quests to me, which means they tell me a bunch of important stuff and I don't listen to them. Then they're too pissy to tell me again, so I have to go to Reddit to ask other losers what I'm doing wrong. Am I the asshole? Skilling is up to the eyeballs in optional minigames, making everything engaging all of the time. Successfully doing the minigames gives bonus XP and materials. Alternatively, you could just ignore it and it'll just do it. For crafting, it makes the shit you make more valuable. You can even roleplay a nerd who sits in a library all day learning spells even. You're going to be gaining XP from pretty much everything you do. There's no wrong answers in this game, except fishing. Most of my footage is fishing. Fishing is it's a problem. About the only thing that hasn't been let off the leash in this game so far is a writer foaming at the mouth to bash out an interesting story. But I'm too busy becoming arsonist Spider-Man to worry about that. Since making a huge, expensive, detailed world can be somewhat difficult for one guy to achieve, the game is broken up into explorable zones separated by overworld travel, which is itself interspersed with random encounters to completely derail all of my play sessions as I get immediately distracted. So this review isn't a "you must buy this game immediately" review. This is more of a general alert to keep an eye on it till the game is in a state that you're personally happy with. I like to imagine this game is going to go the same way as Caves of Cud did for me, sitting in my Steam library for the better part of a decade before opening it again to discover I'm the proud owner of one of the best games ever made. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you have, then it means that you're worthy of joining my Discord. It's very chill, but the caliber of game enthusiasts in there are already top notch. If you're a dev, feel free to pop in and show off what you're working on or releasing. You've also got my email if you want to send me free codes for shit. My dream for the Rat Hole was always that it would become like a self-sustaining discovery engine where you guys are surfacing cool games just as much as I am. That also means abusing the comment section of these videos with the shit you're playing right now. I always check that stuff out, by the way. All those games you recommend, I've pretty much played all of them that you've posted, so don't forget to do that on this one. Anyway, Ratwife would like you to subscribe.
Don't be an NPC. Subscribe. You already know that, because...
No mansplaining here.
I'm not...
I am no man.
I am no man.
Okay, stop that shit.
Okay, bye.